Ladies, gentlemen, everything in between, welcome back to another episode of Midnight Oil Motorsports. My name's Ian, and thanks for stopping by. Whether you're a first-time viewer or a long-time viewer, I appreciate your support. Today, we're working on my 1991 Mazda Miata, and I put a whole lot of work in the outside, but today, we're working on the inside. Notice something here? Yeah. It's blue, and we're missing a door card. So, obviously, let's install some. But the problem is, I swapped from electric doors to manual doors, and the electric door cards are okay. The manual door cards are junk. The cardboard is all moldy and cracking and creaking and not my cup of tea. So, in order to get something that is just as clean as the rest of the car, we're installing some wonderful door cards from LRB Speed. Now these are just the half ones, which replace the cardboard one on the bottom. The top pieces are actually plastic, and this adapts with the OEM top. We're going to be wrapping these. Now they do offer these wrapped from another company called Spinny Whoosh, but we're not doing that because, well, I ordered these a long time ago, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. I thought I was going to paint them. No, we're just going to wrap them, because if I scratch the wrap, I can rewrap them. If I scratch some paint, I'll be upset. We're deleting this armrest because I'm kind of a tall guy, need the leg room, and I think these are going to look sweet. So let's get into the kit, see what it comes with, and test fit them, and then wrap them. Should be a pretty simple project, but of course I can always overcomplicate things, so let's get right into it. So we're filming things a little out of order here, but here's what we got in the kit. First, instructions. Very nice technical diagrams, right? Not really too much here, but we're not going to use that because, as you guys know, I can't read. Nice. We got our hardware here. Right? Whoop, wrong hardware bag. That's for another kit. Here's the hardware. Super nice counterstone hardware. Very, very cool. I'm pretty sure these just screw into the door, but I'm probably gonna end up using some nut certs because I like them better. And then we've got our straps, one for each door. All right, this is all the hardware for one door, one strap for one door. Not rocket surgery here. And of course, the most important part, the sticker or decal, because there is a difference. This is vinyl. Very nice. And of course you get the door card, but yeah, let's get this thing on. So we're gonna do this the way that it's intended to be used instead of using rib nuts, because I do not have the right size. So this is a 7/32 hex head, right? So what you do is you shove that on a drill or an impact driver here, get it nice and square with the hole, and it's just the right size to be able to just give it a couple taps, go all the way down, get it back out. See, maybe you can't see it, but the threads are still okay on here, and now we have a threaded hole. Now I don't like how it's only a couple threads that really hold this on. Not a couple threads, but really like you're drilling into the door. That's not very thick, but it works. A lot of other people have done it. I will end up using rib nuts at some point because I do have a feeling if you end up ugga-dugging these too far down, they will strip. So just keep that in mind, be careful, but it'll work. All right, so they just came in the mail not too long ago, but see these blue piles? Yeah, because they're a pile of junk. Now, the fact that the blue doesn't really fit the car anymore, and also that they sounded, well, like junk, means that I have to get something else. Well, I don't really listen to stereo that often in this car, so I probably should just delete on it, but you know, whatever. So we actually just got some nice plain black speakers. Didn't spend too much on them. They're just Pioneers, 6.5-inch rounds. Some people think you spend a whole bunch of money on audio for it to sound good. That's couldn't be further from the truth. Honestly, even then, better than the OEM speakers, in my opinion. But these are not bad for the price, and also, you know, black, so they'll blend in a little bit more than the blue. So let's get these in. Okay, so we're gonna try to do this all in one take here, and I feel it's probably gonna go poorly, but you know what? It's a learning experience, and you guys get to see me learn and possibly make mistakes, right? But so I'll just let you know right now, this is not something I normally do, nor am I claiming to be an expert in it. But hey, that's okay. Let's make some mistakes together. So, this is the stuff I like to use. This is 3M vinyl, right? And it's just meant for usually like a vinyl cutter or vinyl plotter. Am I even a frame? I think I am, right? So it's 24 inches, so I don't even need to cut it to make it, or I don't need to like, you know, do two weird things here. I also need to, right, go around these holes. But the thing is it's not like I need to wrap around these holes perfectly, because we've got, you know, the upper door card going over these, and then we've also got, you know, the countersunk hardware that goes over those. So I really just need to make a hole and make sure it's not going to lift, right? So here's the way I like to do things when I'm wrapping big things here. Again, I have not done something this big before, but I can imagine it goes about the same, okay? So we need a nice sharp razor blade. This one's dull as a doornail. We're gonna take our vinyl. I could almost, nope, can't go that way. And since this is very, very much so, you know what? Let's go this way. Whoops. Oracle 651. This is like a all-weather indoor-outdoor vinyl, right? So we got that going for us here. We're just gonna take it, make a cut as straight as we can. I'm sorry if I'm not in frame, but the end of it's right here. Come on now. Perfect. See how that worked? Because that was funny. Okay, so we got our vinyl, right? Be nice if it didn't do that, but you know what? We're just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. But you want to make sure your surface is clean, right? You don't want any oils or anything on it, because otherwise it's going to not stick. So what I like to do here is take your vinyl, take our surface, make it clean. Take our vinyl, and actually before I do that, so we failed to do this in one take, obviously. I make mistakes, we do all the time. But mine are just talking mistakes right now. But we've got some glass cleaner, right? Obviously. Well, you can read. And I like to use glass cleaner instead of quick detailer. Quick detailer, sometimes they have waxes in them. So I don't like to leave a waxy film. This is obviously ammonia free. You'll wipe clean, doesn't leave any residue, super nice, right? So you just wanna get this just a little damp here. In case we need to move the vinyl around, okay? So if you need anything to be stiction to, we're gonna take our vinyl, we're gonna put that razor blade, gosh darn it. Here it is. We're gonna take our vinyl and we're gonna, actually, you know what? Screw it. I was gonna do a cut down the bottom and then do half and half, but instead, since this really likes to fold right now, which I'm really not a fan of, cannot stress that enough. I think we're just gonna start on one corner here.
2 hours later.
We're gonna start this. Oh no. Right up here to about here. Get her stuck down and slowly start to move her down here. Okay? We're gonna get some wrinkles. That's okay. All right. So there we go. We're all stuck down, kinda. Remember, we got it wet. So we want to take something like, you know, your mom's credit card. Please don't steal my information if it shows. And we're gonna smooth this all out. We're gonna start from the middle, right? And then work our way out here. Makes it a lot easier if you wet the card a little bit, right? Because if you wet the card, it makes it a lot easier to not tear the vinyl, right? Okay, so got a pretty big crease right there. So we take this and smooth it on out. Most of these should come right out. That's
1 eternity later.
Next thing I'm gonna do is cut out the rough shape with a razor blade. Okay, now is where the magic starts to happen a little bit. So I still gotta wait for all the glass cleaner to dry underneath. So what I'm gonna end up doing here, because it's cold outside, use a little bit of heat, right? You just wanna take the torch and go quick. You don't wanna stay in one spot for too long, otherwise it's gonna shrink and it's gonna tear. But around these areas where there's no aluminum underneath, it's really, really gonna shrink up. It's gonna make it really easy to see them after this. Okay, so now we can see our holes and stuff a little bit better. What I'm gonna end up doing here, and again, these don't have to be perfect because we got stuff, like we got the pocket that goes in here, we're gonna have the speaker that goes around there. All this is gonna have, you know, stuff above it. So we're gonna start to cut out our stuff for our door handle here. Now that's shrunk up, it's gonna be really, really easy to see and feel. You really don't want to try to not go over onto the aluminum, because that is a spot where it can start to lift. You know what? They ain't perfect. That bubble will come out. But they're not bad. Didn't even notice that bubble, to be honest. There it goes. All right. Well, let's get the top part on there. Okay, so some of my clips on the back here are busted, which isn't great, but the show must go on, right? So we're gonna take and I've only got 3 screws too. Not really ideal here, but you know, we're gonna, like I said, the show must go on. Take our door card, flip her around, and we'll get what we can here lined up. I think. How is it supposed to go? Possibly like that? Possibly, maybe? That looks right. I guess from there we can see which ones are okay. Looks about right. Oh, there's another screw that I missed. Whoops. There we go. Okay. It's only a locating pin, right? I think so. That one's all broken too. Okay. All right, let's see if this works. It probably will. I don't know. I'll be as careful as I can here because, man, these are awfully old and awfully brittle. Go. This awfully little guy is over here. Probably not an OEM one. And I think there we have it. Hey, that's pretty good. Look at that. Very nice. Whoops. Wrap that around there. So anyways, yeah, now we get to finagle this onto the door here. I have a feeling it's gonna be a lot more difficult than what I think here. But just kind of get that lined up. Okay, it's not bad. Get that lined up. Okay, it's not bad. Get that lined up. That wasn't bad either. Okay, maybe this is not as bad as I thought. We just got a couple of the bolts here. All right, per the instructions here, you're supposed to leave everything loose, all right, before you send her home. And you gotta do this a little blind. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. There's one. Mike does make this a little more interesting. You can hear me. I'm not even facing the camera. I'm not even close to facing the camera. You know? So you can hear me just ramble as I do things here. There we go. One more here just for good faith. Let me go get the rest of the hardware. I think I'm ready to put this thing on there. This speaker might need to move. I don't like how it's not centered. It's got to move a lot, actually. This might have to come back off. Upon further inspection, this actually, the speaker, while it doesn't look center, it actually is center. And I've come to that conclusion because the hole that I cut is a little crooked. But that's fine. The excuse me. The speaker grill is going to be going over it. So we don't really have to worry about that too much here. Very cool. Let me get the rest of the stuff on and give you guys an update. So we're right back to where we started, except this time the stand's a little bit further that way. But also, look at that. How cool is that? But I do have to say one thing here. I'm missing a countersunk hardware piece. Now, it's probably my fault. I've been working on so many different things at once that I probably lost it, probably misplaced it. Probably, I don't know, it's probably somewhere underneath something and I just can't find it. It is what it is. So, the cool thing is, from LRB Speed, you can actually reorder all the hardware that comes with this kit in case, you know, you get it secondhand or whatever. You can get all the hardware still. It's a nice thing for people like me who tend to lose things. But on my door card, wrapping them myself here, I think it came out pretty good. Yeah, I'll let you guys be the judge here. I think it came out decent. The thing is, vinyl doesn't like to stick to cold metal. I probably should have did this in my house, but you know, hindsight's 20/20. It is what it is, and I can't really wrap the edges because of that. But honestly, I still think it came out pretty decent. And I'm just gonna be happy with it because, I mean, look at it. It's cool. Very cool, right? Right, at least I think so anyways. But hey, you know, that's the whole point of this channel, right? I'm doing things that make me happy on my car. No one on the internet is telling me how the heck to build my car. I'm doing what makes me happy, just as you should be doing what makes you happy. So, with all that being said, I guess because I got nothing left to do, it's time to close out this video. So, if you liked the video, give it a like. If you really liked the video, consider subscribing because I like when people do. It honestly brings me joy to see that number go bigger. If you want to work on your car, go for it. Get out there. Just burn that midnight oil. Do what makes you happy, right? Because your car's not going to work unless you work on it. Right? Right. Anyways, yeah, comment what you think because, again, I think it looks decent, but maybe you think otherwise. Maybe you really, really like it. Maybe you don't like the sound of my voice. And you know what? That's fine. I can't change that, but I can change this door card. Maybe. Maybe if you have any better ideas, throw it down in the comments. So, thanks everyone. Ladies, gentlemen, everything in between. You guys have yourself a great morning, evening, or afternoon. Later.